justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. If we can't get no justice, then you don't get no peace. If we can't get no justice, then you don't get no peace. No justice, 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 no peace. Don't BJ.
I'm so curious.
Hands up, don't resist! Hands up, don't resist!
Department to protect and they serve us every day of our lives. My comment is, don't resist. Or what? Or then what's going to happen is when a guy that's 400 pounds and somebody grabs a hold of him, how do they take him down?
I'm asking you not necessarily in the specific cases.
All right, well then that's enough, really. Come on, man. I just said exactly what I feel.
With how much this guy weighs, but more so to human
What do you mean?
rights.
He's a huge guy.
Well, what if it's someone who's
How
not?
would you take him down?
I don't think that everyone's here just.
How would you? It wasn't.
The chokehold is illegal.
The policeman couldn't get his arms around him. He was so big.
So if someone resists arrest and they're 400 pounds, you think that they should die?
Say that again.
I'm asking you.
20 years ago, the chokehold
What kind of question is that?
Well, I'm just countering your statements with what they're saying. So I'm asking you, if you resist arrest, what happens? What happens?
What happens if you resist arrest?
Yeah,
They're going to take you on the ground, man.
they're gonna kill you.
They're going to put you on the ground.
They're gonna kill you.
I didn't say that.
I'm
I
asking
said
you.
they're
Yes or
going
no,
to put
sir?
you on the ground.
Okay.
You're not listening very
But
good.
we're talking about someone who died, not just someone who got arrested. We're talking about someone who died. So I'm asking you about if you resist arrest, do you think it's justified for the NYPD to kill you?
Well, it just depends if you're
So
if you have asthma and you
So in some situations,
all of a sudden if
you're allowed to die.
If your health is not good enough, then maybe when you go down because you're resisting arrest, you're going to have a heart attack.
So someone who's someone who's in
Jesus Christ.
So someone who's in good health and resists arrest might not suffer the same consequences.
Oh, probably not.
So what about?
Probably
So
not.
what about if they're sick and they die? Do you think it's at the hands of them being sick, or is it at the hands of the police department?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Someone who's resisting arrest, if they die, is it at the hands of the police department, or is it at the hands of the fact that they don't have adequate health care for the situation?
Well, what happens if I'm crossing the street and I get hit by a car?
I'm talking about the situation in which
Jesus
the NYPD
Christ.
arrested someone and the person died.
I already explained it to you.
I'm asking you for the detail because I'm a reporter and you have a good insight on the other side of the story. So if you work
How
with
do
me,
I have an insight?
Because
I'm nobody. I'm just another person.
Well,
here today.
but you're clearly
I'm here to support
you're
these
clearly
people.
you're outspoken in a manner that your side of the story isn't being heard.
You put a
as
camera in
much.
my face.
Quite
I don't
frankly,
need a story.
I didn't put a camera. These are different media outlets.
I don't have a story.
Well,
okay?
if you-
I'm just here.
but
You
if-
asked me the questions.
But you're making direct comments. That's complete.
What's the direct statement?
That's
My
complete.
comment
They
was
said
the
hands up, don't
chokehold
shoot.
is
You said
illegal.
hands up, don't resist.
You're right.
So I want to follow more in detail what you mean when you say hands up, don't resist.
Well,
but they're
don't
saying
choke,
hands
so
up,
let me
don't
tell you
shoot,
something.
and you're saying hands up, don't resist.
Let me tell you something.
What is your name?
When I was a
What's your
young
name?
man, I'm
What's your name?
60 years old.
What's your
So
name,
when I
please?
was a young man, I was in trouble all the time. My father always told me, "You're in trouble. You are going to be, the police are going to come and they're going to get you." Okay? And guess what happened? They came and they got me. Guess what happened?
A lot of individuals
I
here
just
today.
said, "Okay, sorry."
A lot of individuals
Okay,
here, they're not
sorry.
necessarily protesting
put
against
me
the
like
NYPD.
this.
They're protesting against police brutality. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it is.
No, you're implying. No, but
It's the law, man. Okay. If you get caught speeding and you have,
Then
it's
you
against the law.
So then you should be apprehended
You should
in that
just
way.
follow
do
the
you,
law.
Do you think that there are times in which individuals
I think if
feel
you
that
follow the law,
being treated
everybody
unfairly?
will be. It'll be a really good community.
What about when there's a community in which the law is consistently not working in their favor? How do you give them the confidence to follow the law?
If I was that smart, I'd be the chief of
So
police.
the-
I might be the president.
So then the law. So then the law has. So then the law
My
has.
heavens.
So then the law has to do with how smart people are, and not necessarily whether or not it works in their favor.
No, the law. If everybody,
or for justice.
if everybody would read the Constitution, right, and they would know.
I think that
know,
if you said that out loud, a lot of people here would feel offended by that. Do you agree?
I have no idea how anybody's going to feel.
Keep moving, don't stop. Keep moving. Don't stop moving. Keep moving, please. Let's go.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Press gotta keep moving, please. Keep moving. Take a step
Right here. Right here. Bang.
Yeah, I see him. Step to your right. If you don't have someone's arm, you don't move on.
Step back to the child, let them through here. I gotta let them through. Brother. Yeah, what's up? We all good? Get the outside. It's all gonna, everything gonna be all right. Everything gonna be all right.
Step to the right.
Assalamu alaikum. On behalf of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan of the Nation of Islam, we stand with the Garner family. To a father who started Eric's journey, to a mother who carried him for 9 months, they no longer have their son. To a wife, she no longer has her husband. To her children, they no longer have their father. We must let those bad elements in all police departments know this is not MMA wrestling. You do not put a chokehold on a black man anywhere in America or throughout this world. We are human beings. We are men of the highest order. Respect yourself, black man. Respect yourself, black woman. Let's clean up our community. Let's raise our children. But let us stand with Reverend Shelton and the National Action Network and let us get social justice for our people wherever they are. Thank you for listening. Assalamu alaikum.
Okay, next we're going to bring to you the Acting Executive Director of the National Action Network, Ms. Janae Ingram. Let's give her a hand, y'all. We will not go back. Repeat after me. We will not go back. We will not go back. We will not see another one of our precious lives lost at the hands of police who don't understand that we are worth more than that. At this time, I'm going to have the pleasure and the honor of bringing to you the man, the myth, the legend, the one who brought us all here, the one and only president and founder of National Action Network. Clap it up for Reverend Al Sharpton.
No justice! No justice! No me say, we are here by the thousands. We are not here to tear down. We're here to build up. We are not here to cause violence. We're here because violence was caused. An illegal chokehold is violent.
Right.
To stand around and watch a man victimized and no one do anything about it is violence.
Right.
When a man with a video camera showed more regard for human life than those sworn to serve and protect, that's violence. We are not against police. Most police do their jobs. But those that break the law must be held accountable just like anybody else. Don't act like we are here against police. We're for police. But let me tell you something. If you have a bag of apples and there's a rotten apple in the bag, the only way to protect the good apples is to take the rotten apple out. If you don't take the rotten apple out, it's going to rot all the other apples. We come to do NYPD a favor. We trying to help you deal with the rotten apples. We told the mayor and everybody they must reform policing. This is about solutions. But let me tell you something. You cannot do it without holding accountable those that break the law. Now, either a chokehold is illegal or it's not. If it's illegal, then deal with it. If you won't deal with it, then you're making it legal. Al Sharpton didn't call it a chokehold. Commissioner Bratton even said it was a chokehold. Let me say this family, I want Esau and the mother. This is the widow and mother of Eric Gardner and their children and their family. We are here for them. We are here for them. They will not cry alone.
This is overwhelming. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Like, thank you so much for your support for me, my mother-in-law, my children, my grandchildren. We miss him so much. I don't even know what else to say. I just want to thank everybody for taking the time out to come out and support me and get justice for my husband and all the rest of the people that's been victims of police brutality. It's not right and wrong. It's not white or black. They did wrong and they need to pay for doing wrong. Thank you.
The mother of Eric Gardner, give her a hand.
Oh, thank you, everyone. This is just so overwhelming. I thank you all for coming and standing with me, standing with the families of the ones with past brutality, police brutality, and you're just great. And like I said, we're going to keep on praying because we know if we wait on God, we will prevail. And to everyone out there and everyone in the sound of my voice, give yourself a hand. Give yourself a hand. Thank you for all that you've done for us. Hi, everybody. I'm Erica. I'm the oldest daughter. I just want to say thank you. And I'm just so happy that all y'all just showed out for the support.
My father is very proud right now. I know he's looking down and saying, you know, his voice is finally being heard, and you know, people are standing up and just speaking for him. I'm just overwhelmed. Just thank you for the support again. Hello, thank you everybody for coming. I'm the baby girl. I miss my father a lot, and for everybody to be here, it's amazing. Thank you for standing up for my father and everybody else who's a victim of police brutality. We're not gonna stop. It's because of y'all that we have strength to stand up here today. Thank you, everybody, from everywhere that you came from. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. I'm Eric's sister, and like they said, this is very much overwhelming. We want to continue to send our extended condolences to the Brown family and the rest of the families that have had a loss as well. I really don't know what to say, but continuous thank yous. You know, I appreciate everybody for being on their best behavior because we know how to act, yes? Yes? And we want to thank Reverend Al Sharpton, everybody who participated in this lovely gathering. I won't even call it a march. It's a gathering for us to stop the violence in all aspects, not just police brutality, in all aspects. We have to stop killing one another, hating one another, because that's the past. We had a lot of leaders that came out in the past and fought for us to be standing here today in unity and love, to respect and gain each other's respect. They fought and got beat up for us to have respect. So let's respect them. Let's show them how much we appreciate what they've done for us. And just continue the cycle. Let's just continue the cycle of unity. You understand? Please, can we try? Those who's watching way across the world, those who's watching us, you know, across the water, around the corner, please, let's try to make the best of this because we're looking for justice in the proper manner. We don't want no violence because let's remember, it's not all the police officers that's bad. So let's remember that because there's some of them that's angry right along with us, believe it or not. Okay? I thank y'all. I thank y'all so much and God bless all of you.
Hi everybody. Well, I've got a lot of mouth and I love Eric. I was his mother-in-law. I never had 2 minutes words with Eric. He was very respectful at all times. And I appreciate very much for all of you that are here today to back up. Keep running for us and we're fighting for justice.
I'm the cousin of Eric Gardner, and I just want to really send a special shout out to the brother that took the video, because for the first time in history, we got proof on tape that the police is doing us dirty. Now, I thank that brother. I thank him. From the bottom of my heart, he's part of my family now.
And please, y'all, can I get a loud round of applause for my nephew going to college tomorrow? A basketball scholarship.
Give him a big hand going to college tomorrow. And let me say, 25 years ago, Yusuf Hawkins was killed today. We marched for him. When we got to Bensonhurst to ask them to give up what they knew, they threw watermelons at us. They threw bananas and called us monkeys. They used the N-word. I was even stabbed one set. I still look at that wound on my chest. But 25 years later, we marched in Staten Island. No watermelons, no bananas. We've come a long way, which gives us the strength. No, we can finish the journey. Blacks, whites, Latinos, Asians, we all came down Bay Street together. We can change the world if we stay together. They took another way on Amadou Diallo, on Sean Bell. But thank God for a man with a video. They won't let me talk to him because they claim I'll be messing with a witness. But I want the world to know we will not sit by and be silent while they try to pressure this man. He put the word out and he put the video out, and we're not going to let him be forgotten. Now, I hope there wasn't any proper about that. All right, now, I want to bring on several people that if it was not for them, we would not be here today. One, I want to bring on a man who's the president of the United Federation of Teachers. They attacked him for standing up for this march. They've written all kind of nasty things. But he said to me, Reverend, my teachers have to go to school and explain the chokehold in Eric Gardner and explain Ferguson and Michael Brown. They've got to go in those classrooms. And I want them to know that we want to see this solved. We're not accusing anybody of anything, but we want to stand up and let the world know that we love our students enough to solve whatever is bothering them. May I bring on the president of the United Federation of Teachers, Michael Mulgrew.
It is time to teach. I want you all to say, it is time to teach. It is time for us to follow the wishes of this brave family and say, we want this death to come to something good for all of us and all of our communities. We want to make sure that if we are open and honest and have the courage for all to sit at the table together and say that we still have a problem that needs to be solved. And we will be there because it is time to teach. It is time for us to show the entire country that New York City can solve tough issues by dealing with tough issues, by not scapegoating, by not trying to polarize or to blame, by recognizing that everyone wants to live in a safe community and work with the police who are there to help and serve them. But we cannot have that conversation until everybody is willing and ready to say, it is time to teach. So are we committed here to teach the country? Are we committed here to teach our city? And are we committed always to teach our children that it can always get better? We stand with you because we all understand we can always make things better. Thank you all very much.
A hero of grassroots activism, a partner beloved. When we called him, he said, Reverend, we're there. And he came in with the mighty strength of labor leaders of the past and the future. There's none better, there's none in my eyes equal to our super organizer, extraordinary servant of the people, the president of SEIU, Local 1199, Brother George Gresham.
Good afternoon, sisters and brothers. I'm not happy to be here today. I don't know about you. But we must be here. You know, we've been peaceful this whole demonstration, and that is the way it began, and it's the way it's going to end. Because not all, but some media would like to have us acting up, misbehaving, breaking the law, being animals. But we are happy to disappoint them today. Because that's not why we're here. We know we are not anti-police. We know that fighting crime is not easy. And that's why we are here today, to fight a crime. A crime that was committed to Eric Garner. And no people of conscience should question why we are here unless they don't value the lives of people of color.
Come on, Brad, come on.
That's the only explanation I can understand. Some people say, why is 1199 here? And we say, we cannot be Dr. King's favorite union and not be here.
Yeah.
But not only that, the mother of Sean Bell and the mother of Ramali Grahams are members of 1199. And so I say to you, sisters and brothers, we're not just here because we're raising our voices today. We're here because we expect to see policy changes in New York and all around the country where people of color lives are not valued. And so, we march today, but we don't leave, we don't stop fighting when the cameras go away. If we have to act up, if we have to get in the way, if we have to go out and vote like we never voted before, we will show the most peaceful, militant, and united fight back that they have seen in this country, because we are not going back. No justice, no justice.
I want everyone to hear what George said. We came down here not any problems. I want everybody, when we dismiss in a minute, to leave here, I don't care how mad you are, do not undermine the family's fight for justice. They want you to act up so they can act like Eric was acting up. You ain't no more angry than the family. If they can operate in dignity, you can operate. Now somebody said, right now, you believe in nonviolence, I don't. Well then you call your march. But today is our march, and this is a non-violent march. Don't come and piss in my party. And anybody that act up, we're going to expose that you're working against the forces of justice. Now, I say it straight up. You know, the press can only write that line, but I'm from ride high, do or die, bed style. I put it clean. I'll clean it up in church in the morning. Before I give the mic back to Janae, I want to be able, when I give the eulogy Monday morning to Michael Brown's family, at the funeral, I want them to be able to see thousands that came out with Eric Gardner, and we're going to combine with them. We're going to Washington. We're going to set the date after Congress comes back, and we're not going without officials. I want to bring you a man who's marched with us before, no matter what position he's held. He has stood up against police misconduct. He called me and said, I'll be here today. The one and only former governor of the state of New York, David Patterson.
No justice, no peace. Now, Reverend Sharpton made it very clear, and I hope you in the media will cover what he said, that this is not a march against the police department. Most times, the police departments do their job. And one of those times was today. We had so many more people than we expected come out here. We had a little trouble marching down here, and they actually helped out and did the right thing. Now, but this is the 25th anniversary of the unfortunate murder of Yusef Hawkins. This is also the 50th anniversary of a terrible crime committed by a policeman when he shot a 15-year-old boy named James Powell in Harlem. It started the Harlem riots. I want you to know that there was a case 72 years ago in the summer of 1942. The summer of 1942 is when my father was pistol whipped in front of all of his neighbors at age 16 by a police officer for no reason at all. And he went on to become Basil Patterson, who was the first African-American Secretary of State and Deputy Mayor of New York. But he taught me to stand up against these situations that the department itself needs to condemn, because any great agency weeds out its bad apples. So when we get justice, and I believe because all of you are here, we will get justice for Eric Garner and his wonderful family. But when we get justice for them, we're going to get justice for Clifford Glover, a 10-year-old kid shot by the police in 1973. We're going to get justice for Randolph Evans, an 8-year-old kid shot by the police in 1977. For Arthur Miller, a businessman in Brooklyn, shot by the police in 1979. For Michael Stewart, shot on the subway by the police in 1984. Eleanor Bumbers, a 70-year-old woman, 300 pounds, shot in her own apartment by the police in 1985. For Anthony Baez, for Sean Bell, for Abner Louima, for Amadou Diallo, whose mother sits right here. For Lamarly Graham, and for Eric Garner, and for all those who were shot down either from excessive force, bad training, or just bad apples. We will not stop until somebody goes to jail. But still, those who are antagonistic towards us and antithetical toward our beliefs not only defend these people, but they even defend people who aren't the police but thought they were, like George Zimmerman. This has got to stop, and we'll be here until it does. Thank you all for coming out here today.
Let me also acknowledge, as before we go, and we're going to end on time. We got to go to Washington and on to St. Louis. We want everybody, whoa, I'm speaking, then you speak. Now, if you're going to talk while I'm talking, you ain't going to have a word. Yes, you can. If you stand there in your corner and be nice. I got the teachers here. All right. Now, you know, I tell you, don't think these suits changed me. I'm still where I'm at. Let me say this. I have one brother that's always there when we mobilize, and he's here today. He's going us to St. Louis to the funeral. You know him as the Sky Jock. He's all the way in New York. Give a hand, Tom Joyner. Before I give the mic back to Janae Ingram, our acting executive director, she's going to bring on Working Families Party, CWA. We have Congressman Hakeem Jeffries. We have Councilman Jamani Williams. I ain't trying to start nothing. We have others. But I want us all to remember that this is not in a vacuum. Let us bring on together and let them say a word. The mother of Romali Graham, Constance Malcolm, the mother of Muhammad Bey, Mrs. Bey, Mrs. Bob, and the woman that has stood strong and loyal with all of us for her son, the mother of Amadou Diallo, Madam Kadiatou Diallo.
Hello everyone. My name is Constance Malcolm. I'm the mother of Romali Graham. Romali Graham was 18 years old. He was unarmed. He was murdered by NYPD Richard Hayes. When he busted in my house, he shot my son in front of his 6-year-old brother and his grandmother. We want justice for Romali. We want justice for Eric Garner. And we want justice for Mike Brown. And all too often, we see this happen to family. For many times, family have lost loved ones to unjust police brutality. Because no accountability and justice have been absent, these actions will continue to occur. Justice and accountability are what will prevent more unjust death of people of color at the hands of police from occurring in the future. In my son's case, the U.S. Attorney, Bahara, I'm not sure if I'm saying his name correctly, he should open a federal grand jury into my son's case to hold the officer Richard Hayes accountable for what he did to my son. Richard Hayes violated my son's civil rights. The Staten Island DA should not be prosecuting this case. We don't want the same mishap that happened in the Bronx when they dropped the ball on Romali case. We can't have that to happen. We need the feds to come in and take this case right now. We need accountability. We need these officers to pay the price for what they did to our son. They have to be held accountable for their action. If they don't, we're going to continue to be here, standing, fighting, screaming for justice. President Obama, the U.S. Attorney, Eric Holder, and members of the Department of Justice, Loretta Lynch, have a responsibility to uphold the justice and civil rights of all. The justice and civil rights of America This will ensure that the life of all Black and Latino are valued and seen as equal by the justice system. We must have accountability. That's the only way we're going to have justice. Thank you, and God bless all.
To see all the people here today asking for justice, which we need, as I am Mohammed Mahmoud, who are here to support those people today and support everyone who victim like I am and my friends. Mohammed was just a student. He was a Barros Community College student. He was just sick. He got sick and I called for help. The help of ambulance. When I called the ambulance, I saw the people say, I don't call you. I called ambulance for my son. Those people tell me, don't worry, he will be okay. They drive me away from the door. Mohammed, they knocked down on the Mohammed door. Mohammed said, I don't call you, go away. They push us out, they just kill my son for nothing. Because what he call out, because what he bear, he's sick, he don't have nothing, he never commit no crime. This must stop. Anytime they kill people, they have different scenario to tell the people. It happened to me, it happened to Ahmadu Jallo, it happened to all those people. No peace is no justice. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. They shoot one person, they destroy the whole family. We need justice. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Kajetu Diallo, the mother of Amadou Diallo. I'm also the president of the Amadou Diallo Foundation. I want to thank Reverend Sharpton, the National Action Network, NAACP 1199, and all clergies, all elected officials, and the ministers. More importantly, I want to thank the Eric Garner family for standing tall and asking for justice and peace. My history with New York City lasted since 16 years ago, February 4th, 1999. When Amadou was gone down in his own vestibule, I thought the world was ending. I said to myself, this should not happen to any other person's child again. Reverend Sharpton supported me and my family and my community to fight for justice. I'm just looking at Constant Malcolm Graham mom right here, and I'm having reflection. At that time, her child must have been 2 years old. She must have held her child tight and pray for her son to grow up in peace, for her son to live and not to have suffered the same fate I suffered. She must have marched for me. She must have prayed for me. But look now what happened. Since 2012, she also fell victim. Mrs. Bar is here. I brought her because I wanted people to know her and to understand that police brutality is a human rights issue. Police brutality is a human rights issue. We are not against the police, the NYPD or the police nationwide. We are against unjustifiable police killing. When I came to join Reverend Sharpton during the Trayvon Martin march here at One Police Plaza, unfortunately I came late because I live in the DC suburb in Maryland. When I got there, the media has gone. Reverend Sharpton has left. But I met people, the community were still there. One of the man introduced me, his 13 years old son who had the Trayvon Martin shirt on. And he said to me,
Mrs. Diallo, I think he was 17 years old if I'm not mistaken, not 13. He said when your son was killed, I had my child on my shoulder and I marched for Amadou. Now he's marching for Trayvon Martin. We have to stop this. Too much pain, too much struggle, too much tears, too many victims. Sean Bell, Ramale Ram, Mohammed Ba, and many other victims have fell victim on the police force who's supposed to serve and protect. We need a national conversation that will continue to go on to address this issue. We cannot just go business as usual. For Eric Garner, we need to stand up and honor him. For those who are angry, they are rightly angry, but use your anger and do something positive. Do something positive. Mentor a kid. Write a poem. Tell your story by going to college. Tell your story by becoming a good police officer. Tell your story by becoming a good lawyer. Tell your story by becoming a teacher or even just a good citizen. I want to say finally to the media, please, we want positive coverage for all the cases. Michael Brown was a victim of police violence. It was wrong to publicize a negative story about him because it had nothing to do with that. And I have to say, this stereotyping, the headline, the mentally ill man, like they portray Mohammed Ba, no doctor has diagnosed Mohammed Ba as a mentally ill, knife-wielding man. So please, positive coverage. God bless you. We will be with you. The Eric Garner family, we will be with you. Thank you, Reverend Shapton, for standing tall all these years. God bless you.
Let me say, I must say this. This organization, National Action Network, we want to make sure it goes on and on. And I'm trying to also raise a new generation of leaders, because those of us that had to fight to get our space should not make them fight to get theirs. And I want to give to our organizer with 1199, the Regional Director of National Action Network, Minister Kirsten John Ford. Give him a big hand. All right. He had hair when this started. Janae Ingram. We have women leaders too. This is our executive director.
So none of this work happens alone. All of the people that are here today, we didn't just do this alone. We have strong partners, and at this time, I would like to bring Dan Cantor with the Working Families Party.
Good afternoon. My name is Dan Cantor with Working Families. I am humbled to be here, truly humbled. I was going to say a few things about politics, but the day has me thinking something else, namely about my children. I've got two, a daughter, a teenage daughter, and a son who's in his early 20s. I love them very much, and there's really nothing I wouldn't do to help them along their way in life. I worry about them, I laugh with them, and I look forward to however many years God grants me with them. I don't know the families of Eric Garner or Mike Brown beyond what I've seen on television. I didn't know until today the families of Ramarley Graham or Mohammed Ba or Amadou Diallo. But here's what I do know. I know that Eric Garner's mother loved her son as much as my wife and I love our son. I know that Mike Brown's mother and Ramarley Graham's mother and Amadou Diallo's mother and Mohammed Ba's mother love their sons as fiercely as all of you. Every mother and every father watches their children grow with awe and delight. And no parent in the history of time has ever wanted to outlive their child. The deaths of older people are sad, but the deaths of the young are tragic and all too often senseless. Today I'm thinking about senseless deaths of so many young men and women, some in senseless wars, some in accidents, some in crimes, and some at the hands of the police. It is this last category that we as a people and a nation are trying to come to grips with right now. We count on the police to enforce the law and keep us safe. But it seems that sometimes they use force instead of reason, and they make judgments about young men of color that they would almost never make about a young white man. That is just reality. The deaths of Eric Garner and Mike Brown and so many others is a wake-up call, a signal to all Americans, but especially to people who look like me, that something is deeply wrong. People in politics say, well, it's complicated. It's about jobs and housing and education and families and segregation and capitalism. And that's all true. It is complicated. But here's what's simple. Until the deaths of black mothers' sons are as important as the deaths of white mothers' sons, we are not realizing the promise of America. The Declaration of Independence said that all men are created equal. It wasn't true then, and it's not true now. But it is still the right ambition. It's the only ambition that is morally acceptable, and it falls to us to carry on the nonviolent struggle for a more decent America. That's what the Working Families Party is pledged to do, and I offer our political hearts and minds to the battles ahead. Thank you very much.
Sister Nadira's